Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in vocal technique, pick up my ebook called Becoming a Natural Singer. And if you want one-on-one help, pick up a lesson. Drop me an email, go to my website, put directly through there, links in the description. So I've actually had this conundrum with a few students recently, and more broadly, this is really one of the crux issues, shall we say, that impacts people when they're learning not to yell. When we see demonstrations by coaches, and I'm guilty of this, many of us are, they tend to be exaggerated, they tend to be more obvious than the student will typically make them. So what do I mean by that? When we talk about yelling, keeping the vowel consistent to avoid yelling, you know, we'll hear examples like ma 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 ma, like this, you know, very kind of deliberately showing like, oh, I'm yelling at the top. The issue is this though, what tends to happen is the student gains more discipline in the vowel, but they're still cheating a little bit. They're still getting a smidge wide. And what that sounds like is kind of different. So for example, if I give you the exercise of near, yeah, near would modify towards ne at the top if it gets wide, ne 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 ne, or like n almost. But the hiding and the disguising of the widening is this. It would sound subtle. It would sound ne 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 ne, where it's like it's kind of ish, but you hear it does kind of just warp and drift a little at the top. So pure would be this. Yeah, we've got ear through there. If it gets a little wide, it's like just a smidge. And the issue is that when you're that close, you are too close to getting it right in a sense. You're so close to getting it right that it becomes harder to notice that you're getting it wrong. And one of my goals as a coach, and frankly this is really any good coach worth their salt, the real challenge with coaching is this, is you are trying to show people things that they cannot yet perceive. You are trying to show people boundaries that they haven't yet seen, and you are trying to get them to work within a framework that they haven't quite found the lines of yet. And so it's a question of perception. When the singer who's learning hears when they hear that, they will hear and feel, my vowel's consistent, I'm not yelling. But it's a misperception. As they narrow their boundaries and they start to get more accuracy, they're going to realize, I was getting wide, just not as wide as I used to. And eventually, when they get to that real pure purity through the bridge, where they can keep an absolutely consistent vowel through the bridge, the half yell, should we call it, the half yell, will feel just as pronounced as the initial yell that they tried to, or successfully fixed, by moving from a pure yell to a half yell or a grey yell, depending on, you could explain it or describe it in different ways. So there's a spectrum of yelling, and many students who are well on the way to singing very good, in fact, they've got good technique, they've got a very decent intermediate foundation in what they're doing, they have trouble at that point because of this closeness of singing a little wide and singing pure through the bridge. So when I work with students and we're trying to figure this out, often it's a question of me just saying, hang on a sec, you didn't quite perceive that right. You know, it did change a little bit through the bridge. And just having that shift in perception, noticing like, yeah, it wasn't quite ear through there, It's kind of like, this feeling, just a little bit of it. It wasn't drastic, or wasn't this, just a little bit of a yell. Start to realize, okay, so there's still work to do. I still need to figure out how to stay narrower through that bridge. If we can get completely narrow through the bridge and absolutely under control with that vowel, it fixes so many problems later on that we try and band-aid over. It fixes all of the issues of people that advocate for lots of vowel modification and all this stuff. If you can stay completely narrow through the bridge, all that stuff starts to fade away. So we're playing this balancing act. The more that you're breaking those basic foundational rules, the more you have to band-aid and mask the problems on the other side and kind of quick fix things. The more you master that absolute balance through the range on various vowels, open, closed, narrow, bright, dark, should we say, you'll find that all the other stuff that you used to have to need to do to kind of fix the vocal will start to drift away, and you actually get to a much better place where, as long as you've got that larynx stable, everything's going to work for you. Not an easy place to get to. But when I work with students, it's a question of perception and helping them understand that what they thought was the boundary isn't yet really the true boundary of narrowness through the bridge. What they thought was avoiding yelling is almost avoiding yelling. And it's that distance. When they're that close, they don't know that they're not close enough yet. And that's the puzzle we're trying to solve, is sharpen up those skills. Get a little bit better, and you'll notice just a few millimeters difference can make vast differences to your outcome as a singer. That's how key it is. These tiny changes will make massive differences on the other end if you truly master them. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Are you successful at staying narrow through your bridge? Do you feel like you're yelling a little bit? Do you feel like, it doesn't quite work for me? Or do you feel like you found another way of solving it? Let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.